traveler. You're not a Dragonheir local. Who are you? What brings you to the capital at such a time?
Nytheria? Supposedly, the folks there have just had a disastrous run-in with an evil dragon. Hold on.
The female knight narrows her eyes and warily sizes you up.
Could you be the one Giesel was talking about? Oh, Bahamut above. For a dragon slayer, I rather thought you'd be taller. Where are my manners? The Empire would never turn away a hero at its gates. But what brings you here? You wish to visit the Grand Wizard? Uh-huh. No, the wizard, he's just fine. But maybe you've heard about the princess?
Since the princess's messenger last sent word, he's locked himself up in the Heartflame Castle, burying himself in research, letting no one else in. If you really must insist on an audience, perhaps you can get Guard Captain Hegio at the barracks to help. With the princess absent, the Night Order is under his command.
You're welcome. Feel free to come to me if you need anything else.
Utiur. Quite the unusual request, knowing well our Grand Wizard is seldom popular with folk. Can I ask to what end you sought him out? You're concerned with your privacy. No problem, it's understandable. Unfortunately, that's out of my hands. Recently, Utiur's just been so closed off, even other wizards can't get through to him. Well, if you insist, I shall do everything in my power for the Dragon Slayer. Oh, speaking of which... A piercing shriek suddenly erupts across the city. Looking around, you see the soldiers of the barracks darting about frantically. An invasion alert. An enemy has been sighted nearby. You watch as Hegio, brow furrowed, takes up his sword, his expression a far cry from the carefree one he'd looked upon you with.
Captain!
Report, soldier. What's happening?
The Tainted Tower! Scouts have sighted orcs invading the Tainted Tower!
Understood. Make ready. Assemble all knights and soldiers on duty. We go together. And the Dragon Slayer. How could I forget you? I'd be most appreciative if you'd lend us your power. Perhaps this way the Grand Wizard will notice you. My enduring thanks. You'll be rewarded accordingly. Once you're ready, head straight to the Tainted Tower and meet with us. No sooner has Hegio finished speaking, he departs leading a squad of soldiers from the barracks.
they're trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! He, these crystal beauties! I!
Great.
You're truly here, Dragon Slayer! Wonderful! Everything will be fine with you at our side. It's strange. No one's gone near the Tainted Tower for such a long time, and it seems those orcs are invading by sea. Why ever would they choose that route? Whatever the case, we cannot let them take this route into the capital. Please, lend us your strength.
Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! These crystal
Struggle is
beauties!
futile! Struggle is futile!
Try to hurt me!
Worry not. Don't bother trying to hide.
These crystal
Struggle
beauties!
is futile! Struggle is...
Try to hurt me!
Worry not. Don't bother trying to hide. Great. Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! These crystal beauties!
Struggle is futile! Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! These crystal beauties!
Struggle is futile! Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! These crystal beauties!
Struggle...
Ha! I knew you could be relied upon, Dragon Slayer. It seems the orcs were cleared out of the passage, but something eerie by the Tainted Tower has drawn my soldiers' eyes. It seems someone's performing a bizarre magical ritual, but none of us know what it actually is. Maybe there's a link between it and the orc invasion. The whole invasion itself is suspicious. Would you help us investigate the area beside the Tainted Tower, Dragon Slayer? You may be better placed to obtain something that we could not.
Leave that stuff alone, filthy blighters! A measly Empire lackey! Don't you dare interfere! Go! Stop that wretch!
Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! Hear these crystal beauties! Aye! Have a taste of poison!
Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! Hear these crystals... Heed my call!
Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to
Try
hide.
to hurt me! Have a taste of poison! Hear these crystal beauties! Ah! No! Don't touch! You can't!
You and the orc wizard both fix your gazes upon the glowing item on the floor. You can't explain it, but it feels as if the mass is calling out to you. What just happened? The Tainted Tower seemingly resonates with you. But it's clearly been abandoned for hundreds of years. And the orcs, forgive me, I didn't even notice them lurking there. What were they doing here? That didn't look like a run-of-the-mill ritual. Yes, indeed. It would seem we've all been bamboozled. Guess what? It appears there is only one person in the entire empire who can provide an answer. Who else, As far as I'm concerned, those changes just now were enough to make a secluded wizard pay attention to you. The gates of Heartflame Castle will be open to you whenever you return, Dragon Slayer. Whatever answers you seek from Utyr, I sincerely hope you get what you want. Until then, please accept this small token of gratitude from the Knight Order. Oh, and this Alabaster Knight insignia, make sure you carry that too. It's a symbol of your status as a friend of the Knight Order. You deserve it all.
I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! See these crystal beauties!
Taste my cannon!
Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me!
Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! See these crystal beauties! Watch out!
Worry not. I am here.
Try to hurt me! See these crystal beauties!
Don't get cocky.
Worry not. I am here.
Try to hurt me!
Great. Worry not. I am here.
See these crystal beauties' eyes!
Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me!
Worry not. I am here.
See these crystal beauties! Try to hurt me!
Don't bother trying to hide. Worry not. I am here.
Try to hurt me! See these crystal beauties' eyes!
Don't bother trying to hide. Worry not. I am here. Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! See these crystal beauties!
Worry not. I am here. Don't bother trying to hide.
Try to hurt me! See these crystal beauties!
Great.
Over there. See who it is? The Dragonslayer of Netheria, savior of the Empire's Tainted Tower. Long have I eagerly awaited you. Precisely. The Chief Wizard of the Dragonheir Empire's wizard unit at your service. Indeed, how could I forget such? Several months passed. I had my most trusted subordinates sent out to track down the Dragon Slayer. Only the recent crisis was so distracting that I couldn't even tear myself away to attend to the deities and their true paths. As expected, a major figure such as yourself would not have come here without need. But before we discuss that, how about we begin by addressing the disturbance you caused in the Tainted Tower? I heard that you fought off those orcs single-handedly, even ruining their esoteric schemes. But I'm afraid that's not all, is it? To the best of my knowledge, the Tainted Tower does not inexplicably unleash its magic because of some random person. I'm afraid that of the two of us, I'm the one most confused. However, you are the Dragon Slayer. With your power, it's not a surprise if anything happens. If you want to learn the truth, you must be more transparent. I heard that you acquired something at the Tainted Tower. Mind if I take a look? This is...
Almost eagerly so, Utior approaches. His unbreachable facade seems to shatter before you. He raises his eyes, scrutinizing your every inch more intently than ever before. You don't know why, but something about the gleam in his eyes makes you a little uneasy.
Well, that explains everything. Perhaps you've already heard the historic tale of the evil dragon invasion. Despite the terrible cost, the wizards led the Imperial army to kill the great dragon. The dragons are descended of deities. They possess a power that cannot be overstated. Even after their corporal forms are destroyed, the toll was felt by everything around them. Thus, the Empire's wizards had to carve up their corpses, burying them all over the Empire and sealing them with magic. Now 500 years have since passed. According to theories proposed by scholars of the Veil, the draconic corpses will become a congealed mass that holds immense power, or dragon remains. I thought it a mere hypothesis, but now it seems these statements are not unfounded. What you hold in your hand is one such mass. The Tainted Tower is one of the locations where part of a dragon corpse was sealed all that time ago. What does it have to do with you? I'm not sure if you realize, but dragon remains are not so easily acquired. In fact, past Imperial wizards once tried tapping into the magical power sealing the dragon corpse locations, but they all failed. No one could get near the things. The orcs even have to go so far as using living people to adequately cast the black magic needed to gather them. But you merely stand there, the things making their way right into your hands of their own volition. Nothing about that is normal. As I said before, the dragon remains are derived from dragons who are themselves descended from deities. They possess tremendous magical power. Once it is harnessed by the unscrupulous, it becomes an extraordinarily powerful weapon.
The orcs' sudden invasion of the Tainted Tower makes it clear they have set their eyes on this power. It may also bear some relation to rumors of orc chiefs transforming into monsters.
It's imperative that the dragon remains don't fall into orc hands. Judging by their actions, it's obvious that the orcs are already planning to gather them. We must put a stop to them and prevent them from using these powers to jeopardize the Empire. For this, Dragon Slayer, I would first like you to accompany me somewhere.
Utior takes out an ancient mirror wreathed in magic. It levitates in the air, indistinct gray scenery projected on its glass surface.
This is Nerika's mirror. It can take us onward to the Forgotten Realm, located in the demi-plane. As for the matter you wish to raise, I think we should discuss it properly, somewhere nice and quiet.
The instant the magic nexus is touched, it feels as though you're being dragged into some sort of space, your soul fluctuating between floating and falling. Opening your eyes, you find yourself before a building resembling an ancient ruin.
As I said, this is a forgotten realm located in the demi-plane, the secret domain of an ancient dynasty thousands of years ago. We call it the Capital Ruins. It doesn't exist anywhere in the material plane. The Grand Wizard of 500 years prior, Nerika, discovered it. He made the one and only magic mirror capable of accessing it. Nowadays, with the exception of the Imperial Grand Wizard, who possesses Nerika's mirror, there's no way for anyone of the material plane to find it.
In other words, when we want to conceal something from the orcs, this is the best possible choice. I prefer the term seal away. See the magic nexus behind me?
Record has it that magic nexus has the ancient dragon deity's power of order. People of the old empire once used it to seal away artifacts of tremendous power, but it has long been disused.
I think it's about time we put it to good use. Come, Dragon Slayer, take the dragon remains you're holding and seal it with the magic nexus. It's the best option we have now.
From your hand, you place the dragon remains at the outer edge of the magical apparatus. A luminous haze slowly envelops the dragon remains, eventually embedding it entirely in the recess within the magic nexus. You're suddenly hit by an intense wave of vertigo, your vision progressively eclipsed by darkness. It's him! He's here again! Deplorable, undeserving scum! Don't you dare try taking what's ours.
Oh, Dragon Slayer, are you all right? Voice? No, just as deathly silent as always. Not a single sound. Did you hear something?
Fret not. It's not uncommon that arcane energy at higher levels impacts people's psyche. At any rate, it seems we're making good headway, Dragon Slayer. You can't ever imagine how helpful you've been.
Just let me know once you're done. I'll take you back to the material plane.
Ah, that's your reason for being here, no? Interesting. It's something I've not heard mention of in a donkey's age. When those things fell from heaven 300 years ago, looking like blood-soaked shooting stars, people considered it an ill omen. But now, besides obsessive scholars, most people have long forgotten about it. Might I inquire as to what your reason for asking would be? That explains it then. Well, that all seems to make sense. I've never known any mention of meteorite crystals having a connection with anyone but you. A warrior with the power to slay dragons, coupled with the resonance you share with the dragon remains. I believe this all to be connected in some way, most probably by some kind of power you yourself possess. Unfortunately, I can't give you any concrete answers, but regarding meteorite crystals, the wizard unit does in fact have some records about them. Once there was a record documenting the falling of meteorite crystals somewhere in Southern Adenthia. Alas, the wizards of the time sealed it away, since it was seen as an omen of disaster. Thereafter, it simply vanished into thin air, and no further mention was ever recorded. I, too, once sought to find it, but it was all in vain. If you're genuinely curious, the Forgotten Realm may hold the answers you seek. Ah, so you really did venture over there to take a look at the heretical relics? How did it go? Did you learn anything? As expected of the Dragon Slayer, such prudence at all times. I'm surprised to hear you've any interest of these tales of the old empire. But it's certainly nothing to hide. 50 years ago, a horde of cultists invaded the empire. This cult adopted the name of an ancient cult, Penultima, and believed in chaos whilst regarding dragon deities, their sworn enemies. Such is impermissible in Dragonheir, a realm devoted to the dragon god Bahamut. The cultist occupied the capital ruins. I was still new into my role as a court wizard back then, yet I joined my colleagues in the stand against the cultists, wiping them out and reclaiming the capital ruins for. Thus, those remnant relics are still there in the capital ruins to this day. But their writing method was so peculiar, no one was ever able to decipher it. So, what did you find? Do you have a means of interpreting those texts? What? Truly? What does the text say? Do you suppose it refers to the meteorite crystal? That would explain it. It makes sense. The Imperial Wizard's observations state that the only recorded meteorite crystal fall occurred on the day of Skyfire. There's no mention of any meteorite crystals thereafter, so it may well have been the work of the cultists. Regardless, we must first address the immediate threat. An orc invasion is imminent, and the Empire must be protected. Once that is handled, I will do my utmost to aid your search for the meteorite crystal.
No problem. See that portal over yonder? I'll activate its magic for you. After that, just touch it, and you'll be returned to the material plane.
As I said earlier, there's likely more than one piece of dragon remains, and the orc's goal is certainly not confined to the Tainted Tower. Dragon remains are strewn all over the land. Should even one of them be used for their purpose, it will grant them tremendous destructive power.
It's imperative we gather the dragon remains and seal them safely in the capital ruins before the orcs get their hands on them. As for that final point, that's wonderful. You proved imagined.
As you can see, the orcs mean to gain power that isn't theirs. This doesn't merely jeopardize the Empire. If the laws of our world are broken, everyone shall suffer.
No one besides you has the ability to directly gather dragon remains. Not even me.
I will also entrust Nerika's mirror to your care. Please ensure it does not fall into others' hands. Naturally, I wouldn't ask you to help me for nothing. About that which you seek, when this is all over, I'll endeavor to help you in any way I can.
Despite being unable to get close to the dragon remains for many years, we thankfully have records left by past wizards. They detail the corpse locations.
Dragon corpses are buried at the Tainted Tower, the Eye of Therm, the Ironstones, the Sinner Swamp, and the Canine Peak. Incidentally, dragon remains are also there. I recommend starting with the nearest, the Eye of Therm in Bayreach. It's ruled by Imperial kinsmen, the Mortalettes. You can go ahead to Crimson Iris Port to seek the Duke's aid.
Recently, however, the orc crisis has made the Bayreach region especially resistant to Outlander entry. Still, as far as I know, Duke Mortalette's daughter Flora is in Dragonheir now. I reckon you can approach her for guidance. It's all up to you, Dragonslayer. The Empire will appreciate your aid.
Unfortunately, as Madame Mortalette is royal kin, we have no authority to restrict her movements. I merely know the news of her recent visit, but as to her exact location, I'm afraid I'll have to trouble you to look around. Perhaps my advisor will have some leads for you.